Hi friends, Tim here from Sapphire Space where we discuss all things wellness and self-improvement. Welcome to my channel. Today I will be reacting to a video. I know on my very first YouTube video I discussed this channel focusing on reaction videos, and I haven't done any one yet, and I think this is my 12th video, so I will be reacting to a video today. So the video I will be reacting to is on the channel named Bestie. Bestie is a YouTube channel that I usually go to when I want to further my knowledge on health and hacks and all of that good stuff. They are a really huge channel here on YouTube with millions and millions of subscribers. As of today, I think they have 3.8 million subscribers. So this is one of their videos I'm going to be reacting to, and the video title is titled the 17 biggest nutrition myths you've been sold. And so when I was listening to this video this morning, everything that they said I actually resonated with, so I said I was going to definitely react to it today. So this is what we are going to be talking in today's video, so stay tuned.
Hey there, viewers! It seems like we're bombarded with tips on nutrition and weight loss. There's just so much content out there talking about what you should eat and what you shouldn't. Unfortunately, a lot of this information is incorrect, and in today's video we're going to list 17 nutrition myths and facts. Are calories all that matter when it comes to weight loss? Are high-fat foods unhealthy? Is breakfast the most important meal of the day? We'll talk about all these and more.
I cannot wait to hear all they have to say. So I started this video early in the morning, but I did not complete the rest of the video because I was just like, this is a good reaction video that I can do for my channel. So let's keep watching.
Number 1. Calories in, calories out. You need to burn more calories than you consume. There is no question about that. But if you think this is the only thing that matters when it comes to weight, you're mistaken. There are other factors such as metabolic conditions and hormonal imbalance that have an effect on your weight loss.
So I have talked about something like this in one of my videos that I did previously, which is reacting to your unpopular opinions about health. Or reacting to your unpopular opinions about wellness in general. I think I said weight loss has a lot more components than exercise and diet, because like they're also saying in this video, there is hormones, there's genetics, there's a lot of things that come into play before you actually lose weight, and how people lose weight, because everybody loses weight differently.
This is why some people find it harder to drop weight even when they're following a strict diet plan. Are you trying to lose weight? Do you count calories to keep track of your diet? Share your preferences with the Bestie community in the comments below.
See?
Number 2. High-fat foods are unhealthy. You may ditch high-fat foods out of fear it makes you gain weight. A low-fat diet can be beneficial to your overall health. Plus,
so I know back in them days, a lot of people used to think that eating high-fat foods are actually going to make you fat. And I think one of the biggest community that came and debunked it was the ketogenesis, or the ketogenic diet community, where a lot of them eat high-fat foods and are able to still lose weight. And again, it still comes down to calories in versus calories out. And I think a lot of studies have now shown that it's carbs. So that's why the keto world and most other doctors now are now focusing on you reducing your carbohydrate intake versus your fat intake. There's also been studies that show that you actually need fats in order to digest certain foods, especially salads. Like that's why most salad creams are made out of fat, because you actually need those in order to digest.
reduce your weight. But that's not always the case. You need dietary fat to maintain your health. Research has also shown that diets with higher fat content are just as good at helping you lose weight as low-fat diets. Number 3, breakfast is the most important meal of the
Haven't we heard this enough? I'm sorry, I had to pause it before you finished the statement. So I know for sure that them advertising, or the people who advertise breakfast as the most important meal of the day, are mostly this breakfast companies, and it's all for capital gains, you know. But let's listen to what they have to say first before I give my own 2 cents.
day. You've probably heard this all your life, but research shows it's not necessarily the case for most adults. Skipping breakfast means you reduce the number of calories you consume. Secondly, skipping breakfast while doing intermittent fasting has shown to have a number of health benefits.
So I'm an advocate for intermittent fasting just because I have done intermittent fasting a couple times in the past myself. And when I do intermittent fasting, the easier meal that I can skip without crying is breakfast because I need my lunch, I need my dinner. And most times I would just eat a late lunch and then eat dinner and then skip the next day's breakfast. And obviously that makes you restrict your caloric intake. But there's some people who will still gain weight. It depends on how much you're eating while you're fasting.
You can, of course, have breakfast and still control your calorie count. If you enjoy eating breakfast, eat it, just as long as you keep yourself in check the rest of the day. Number 4, you need to eat small, frequent meals to stay healthy. If you're a healthy person, this makes no difference, as long as you're eating enough to meet your end.
So it's similar to, I think this particular myth is for those who actually debunk the intermittent fasting strategy, where they say your body was made to eat several times during the day and digest at different points so that you're not bloated. And I get that because I know it works for a lot of people, but it doesn't work for others. So at the end of the day, just find what works for you. I wouldn't say this method is bad. But I would just say it makes you focus on, oh, you have to eat at this time and snack at this time, and it's not necessarily right. There's no right or wrong way overall, as long as you are taking in your good, any good caloric intake, a good source of nutrition. Um, so let's see what they have to say.
Energy needs for the day, smaller meals don't make a difference. Small, frequent meals only benefit if you have medical conditions like diabetes or IBS. Number 5, non-nutritive sweeteners are healthy. You may think using non-nutritive sweeteners is a healthy alternative to foods with added sugar.
So again, this could be because of the market that's out there for all of these artificial sweeteners that they say it's healthier, which I think overall it's healthier. But I've read a bunch of studies that say that when you are taking most of these artificial sweeteners, it triggers something in your body that makes you more it makes you crave sugars more. And at the end of the day, you're going to be eating more sugars just because you thought you already had artificial sweeteners and you now have a lot more sweeteners, so you're going to be eating more sweeteners. It doesn't make sense. The bottom line is it appears there are some chemicals in the artificial sweeteners that make you crave sweet things more throughout the day.
This is not necessarily the case. A high intake of these sweeteners also has negative effects on your health. Research has shown that consuming non-nutritive sweeteners regularly has been linked with an unhealthy lifestyle. Number 6, macronutrient ratio matters more than diet quality. Fitness freaks tend to focus on macronutrients and their ratio in your diet. The focus on these ratios rather than the overall quality of the diet itself doesn't exactly help your overall health. So, protein shakes and processed foods can increase disease risk.
And that's a really good point. I hope you guys heard that. That's a really great point.
Number 7, white potatoes are unhealthy. Anyone who's following a diet usually avoids white potatoes, especially if they want to lose weight. This is because it's presumed that white potatoes come with too many carbs. In reality, white potatoes have good nutritional value and should be part of your diet.
Who doesn't like white potatoes? I love a good homemade mashed potatoes. I also love fries, which I know is bad, I know. But when it comes to potatoes in general, I try to stick to sweet potatoes versus the white potatoes. But I know the diet industry has, said white potatoes is bad and all of that good stuff. At the end of the day, eat everything to moderation. Just eat to moderation. Life is too short.
It doesn't, of course, mean you should splurge on them, but you shouldn't completely ignore them. Number 8, low-fat foods are healthy alternatives. You might be looking for low-fat or fat-free products when you go to your grocery store, but as it turns out, these kinds of foods can be more harmful.
So I heard that when they label something on like yogurt, I know that I've seen it on yogurt a lot, low fat. They try to, because obviously fat improves the taste of a lot of foods, and if they label it low fat, they have to substitute it with something else to make it more palatable to your taste buds. So I've seen, or I've noticed, or I've heard that when they label low fat foods, they tend to increase the sugar content in order to balance out. So again, it goes back to one of the first points where um, back in the days, they used to say don't eat a lot of fat if you don't want to get fat. But right now, the focus has shifted to carbohydrates and sugars. So you at this point, it doesn't make sense for you to be buying low fat foods unless there is something else going on and is recommended by your doctor, obviously. But buying low fat foods, the caveat is that there's going to be more sugar in the food 9 times out of 10. Don't quote me on that.
Research shows these so called fat free products actually have a lot of added sugar and salt compared to regular foods. Instead of buying these products, you're better off having small amounts of yogurt and cheese. Number 9, supplements are a waste of money. Oh,
So if some of you follow me on Instagram, I did post one of the, I think a week ago or so, one of my Twitter like posts that says that you're more likely to absorb nutrients from your foods versus from vitamins and supplements. I think the supplement industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry that most times they will push supplements on you in order for you to buy and for them to cash out. Some of them, or most of them, actually don't tell you, oh, you have to eat this food because it's very nutritious. Because you can obviously get a lot of supplements with your foods if you eat them right, and if you know what supplements you're looking for in the different foods, you can get them from the foods. Unless obviously you're very nutritionally deficient or you have a health condition. I know one of the highest ones that come to my mind is if you've had like a gastric bypass surgery where you're not going to be absorbing a lot of nutrients as much as you would normally do with some part of your stomach cut out or your intestines cut out. So yes, I think you don't necessarily need supplements because everything, like some people wake up and have like 15 supplements a day. Like you can eat a salad, drink a smoothie, you'll be good.
well-rounded diet is always preferred, but for people with diseases like type 2 diabetes or those on medication, they may not be able to get all the nutrients they need. This is where supplements come in handy. It's a myth that supplements are completely useless.
Yes, supplements are not completely useless, but do not just wake up in the morning and take a bunch of supplements just because you want to supplement.
They provide important nutrients you can't get from a regular diet. Number
Possibly.
10, a low-calorie diet is the best way to lose weight. It's often believed that eating less calories will help you lose weight. Well, it is true that your weight will fall, but this isn't good for your overall health as you won't be getting enough energy to last throughout the day.
Tell me about it. There's a time where I decided to challenge myself to only eat low calorie foods like salads and stuff that are not calorie dense. There was no energy. I don't know how people do it. I guess it's different from everybody, but I did not have enough energy to go through the day. And I felt very lethargic. And I was just like, I can't kill myself. It hasn't gotten to that level yet, so I'm going to go eat.
Your weight loss also doesn't last long. A low-calorie diet ends up ruining your metabolic rate and increases your hunger
Here
pangs.
we go.
Number 11, you have to be skinny to be healthy. It's true that obesity is linked with a number of diseases such as type 2 diabetes and heart-related issues. To avoid the risk of getting these diseases, it's important to reduce your weight. But it doesn't necessarily mean you have to become rail thin.
I've also heard you have to be skinny to be happy. I think I also talked about that in my previous unpopular opinion videos. And now they say you have to be skinny to be healthy. And I'm just like, oh, show me all the skinny people and tell me. Because I've seen a lot of the like deep vein thrombosis, cancers happen in a lot of skinny people as well. There's some people who have an unhealthy skinny look, like they look sick but they're skinny. And some skin, like if you, skinny is a goal, skinny should not be a goal for everybody, because if skinny is a goal, then I don't know, most people will attain it in a very unhealthy way. And if you attain it in a very unhealthy way, it's going to affect your health, obviously. And the same thing goes to be fat or overweight people, right? The fact that you're overweight does not mean that you're unhealthy. I've seen a lot of healthier overweight people than skinny people, if you know what I mean. So yeah, you don't necessarily, skinny is not necessarily, does not necessarily equate to healthy. Otherwise, a lot of diseases will not be happening in skinny people, best believe. And when I say that, a lot of things come to my mind, like, even diabetes. I know a lot of metabolic diseases, you can actually control that by losing some weight, but other diseases can still come to you if you're skinny. And one of the biggest one in my head is like autoimmune diseases and different inflammatory diseases and cancer.
Skinny is not equivalent to being healthy. What you need to do is consume a diet with enough nutrients to support an active lifestyle. Number 12, calcium supplements are necessary for bone health. Supplements are good for increasing your nutrient intake, but popping calcium supplements thinking they're necessary for your bone health is unnecessary. Research shows that these calcium supplements do more harm than good.
So yeah, and I think I've also seen a lot of people who wake up in the morning drinking lots of milk because they need um to keep their bones healthy, and it's not necessary. And as yeah, I've also noticed a lot of people who are taking a lot of calcium supplements, like they just said in this video. Um, do you know that one of the things that can keep your bone healthy is a good dental hygiene and good dental practice? Because there's a relationship between dental hygiene and your bone health. And I'm just using this opportunity to make sure that everybody is going to the dentist at least 2 times a year, and you're taking care of your teeth at least 2 times a day. But yes, all of these are big myths that should be debunked.
Increase your risk of heart disease and actually fail to reduce the chances of a fracture or osteoporosis.
That's very true. I've seen a lot of people supplement with calcium, and then down the line they still have bone fractures. So that brings us to the end of this video. I think the original video went over 17 myths, but I only went over the first 12 because that's where I could, that's how far I wanted to go for this video. If you look at this description box, I have left a link to the original video for those of you who want to go watch it. But I thought the myths that I watched so far were very helpful and very true. I haven't watched the rest of the video. I'll probably finish that after making this video. But I hope you like this video. It's a very short one today as well. Please make sure you're giving a thumbs up to this video. The question of today is there any of these myths that you disagree with? Please let us know down below in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and watch my previous videos. They're going to be linked down below and also coming up in the end cards. I will definitely see you on the other side when you click on this previous video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next one.